in 2020, we bought a business called Finicity in the US.
Yeah.
Finicity is one of the market leaders in terms of bank connectivity in the States. They've got something like 10,000 bank connections. But the other thing they do, and they're fantastic at it, is taking that open banking, open finance data, slicing and dicing it and packaging it in ways to help the lending industry. And it's a kind of core part of their business, and it was one of the core reasons we acquired them.
So to talk about the other acquisition then, now correct me, how do we pronounce it?
Yeah.
It's a bit of a debate, you tell me.
Yeah, so in 2021, we closed it towards the end of last year, therefore. We bought a business headquartered in Copenhagen, Denmark, called Aya. As you say, I now chair that business, which is a real privilege. It's a great team. They have connections to something like, I think at the last count, 3,000 banks across 18 European countries. Great business. I guess central gravity today is in the Nordics in terms of where the bulk of their clients are, but that's rapidly growing, and they're becoming a core part of Mastercard's European open banking business, and delight to work with.
So can we talk a little bit more about what they do, so we can share that with our community, so it's not a well-kept secret?
Yeah, no, their first job, like lots of players in this space, is all about the connections to banks and bank APIs. And one of the reasons that for us set them apart and why we chose to ultimately acquire them versus other possible players is just how hard they work to make sure that those connections really work. Indeed, their tagline, their strapline is open banking that simply works. They invest heavily in making sure the connections really do work end to end. One of the challenges in the European space is that, in a world without standards, or more accurately, with multiple competing standards, but also a lot of flexibility for how banks choose to implement their APIs. You have, as a supplier, if you like, in that food chain, where our job in the end is to provide to FinTechs and others a single consolidated access to all of those banks, making sure those connections really work and we've thoroughly tested before you let them kind of live in the wild, if you like, is super important, and Aya are just brilliant at doing that.
And so we've got anything exciting that you can share that we need to look out for from them this year?
We just this week announced, or the Aya team announced, an enhancement on their payment APIs, a thing called Pay by Link, announced here at Money 2020, and that's a great tool which basically provides a biller or other service provider who wants to accept payments, just simply embed a link or embed a QR code or whatever, however they want to do that, to make it really easy for their customers to just trigger an open banking payment.